Man, I hate to do this, I really do, but I think I'm going to have to use this healing word. Use this power during your hero phase. One hero regains hit points equal to his or her healing surge. Now remember, these guys over here, the at-will powers, you can use those over and over again, but this got turned over by a terrible event that happened. And this one, these two right here, your daily powers and your utility powers, the so-called utility powers, once they're used, you flip them over. And unless you get some kind of special treasure or something like that, you're not able to use those again for the whole entire game. So that's why you really want to keep those until you absolutely need them. But I absolutely need mine right now. So I'm going to flip this over, and he gets his healing surge value, which, if you look on here, is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he gets 4 more hit points. So it goes back in there. We got a food, we got an animal, we got a mirror, so that's pretty good. We already know that the animal is going to calm the golem. Now, I have this interesting thing that he is immobilized, remember, because he has a big old spider web on top of him. And boy, there's going to be more and more monsters coming in here because of this trap, this alarm that keeps going off, and the monsters are coming and finding out what is going on with that alarm. So I need to definitely see, even if we just run away from it, more and more monsters are going to keep funneling through here. So we need to disable that trap big time. We don't have a rogue in the party, and rogues are really good at disabling the traps. We have a ranger, and we have a cleric, actually, a healer. So I think, I don't know, it's a good idea for us to get rid of this spider. We've been rolling really poorly, folks. I mean, really, really poorly. So I think what's going to happen here, let me see this. All right, so let's go here, Thorgrim. Come on, man. Healing strike. Doesn't have anything else going on. Yeah, now healing strike's at a +8. And the skeleton has a 16. Wow, that's bad. All right, the +8 is pretty good. Ah, yes. That's awesome. So that skeleton is now defunct. Dead skeleton. That gives us actually 2 experience points, which is really killer. That's great. And I think I'm going to go on with the tradition here of boy, treasures can really help out, though. I mean, it's got that magic sword, +1 bonus attack rolls made against monsters. It's adjacent monsters. No, I think we're actually going to do this again. So instead of getting a treasure, we're going to pull from in here and get an item. And we got the portrait. All right, portrait, food, and animal. And then we have the mirror over here. So that actually is 4 things that we have right now. That's more than half of those. But remember, to flip every single time we want to flip one of these over, we have to spend 5 experience points for it. And that is not easy, folks. So, okay. So that was his attack. Yeah, we actually killed this skeleton. Now, where do we want to... Oh, he's immobilized, actually. He can't move anywhere. That's a big problem. So, end of his hero turn, I'm going to get rid of this immobilized situation here. Or status, or condition, I think they call that. And he's just basically getting the webs off of him, little disoriented dwarf. And he actually now, because he didn't explore, now we have to get an encounter. Frenzy. Each monster you control activates twice during your villain phase. Ow! That is really bad. That is really bad. And don't forget, there's bats everywhere around here. If you attack a monster that's not on your uh-oh, wait a second. That hero makes... Oh boy, you know what? He just attacked that monster and it wasn't on his tile. Oh my gosh. I might have to reverse this, folks. He was supposed to roll 2. Pick the worst one, so hopefully this is gonna be okay too. Oops. Yeah, okay, so it didn't matter. Both rolls were gonna kill that skeleton anyway. So, all right, awesome. So wow, I gotta remember that this spider is actually gonna activate twice. That's actually really, really bad. All right, and it is the villain phase now, so the spider actually activates. And it says, if the spider is adjacent to a hero, attacks that hero with a venomous bite. And the bite always does 1 damage if it misses. I'm sorry, yeah, it always does 1 damage. If it hits, it actually does 2 damage, and it's a +6 attack. So not that easy to hit Thorgrim with a 6. We have to roll a 10 or higher, so hopefully under 10. Come on. Damn it. Ah, man, I am rolling bad. So that hit, that venomous bite, and actually did 2 damage. So see that? He healed himself, and it's just going right back on. So he's now got 5 out of 8 hit points only, right? And now it actually is going to activate again. So what? Same thing. So +6. Come on. Oh, 1. Thank goodness. Man, finally a good roll. Okay, so the second activation of the spider didn't do anything. So that's great. Okay, now it is the turn of Alyssa, the ranger, and I have to remember +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters. All right, so that's great. Bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters. Yeah, I kept thinking that was a +1 damage, but it's actually a +1 bonus against adjacent monsters. Yeah. All right. This trap is going to go off again, and then the rat swarm. Okay, so well, we're definitely going to try and get rid of this spider, and I think what we're going to do is this is attack 2 monsters within 1 tile of you. So Alyssa can actually move 1, 2, and now attacking on the same tile. So this bat swarm doesn't do anything, right? Because it's close enemies. And within 1 tile includes you. Attack 2. Well, that's only a +4 attack. Jeez, attack once monster. Attack 2 monsters within 1 tile of you. Wow. Well, +1 at least, so it's like getting a +5 instead. So, all right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna attack both of these monsters here, folks. Try and kill them both because they both only have 1 hit point. Now, when we have this alarm, jeez, I wonder if no, we can't. All right, yeah. So she can't try to do this alarm with 2 monsters on there right now, so she's got to attack. All right, so she's going to attack adjacently this monster right here with normally a +4, but with the magic sword gets a +1, right? Which I know that's not very thematic because you fire 2 arrows and you're actually using this sword, but what are you going to do? Doesn't always work out perfect, folks. Let's see, +4, so +5, and the spider has a 15 armor class. Wow. That's a miss. And now the rat swarm, which is normal +4. Rat swarm has a 12. Yes, and that kills the rat swarm, so that's good. All right, so this rat swarm is dead right here. And that actually gives us 1 more experience, so we're at 3. And I wonder if, should I get a treasure, because we have quite a few of those right now. I don't even know if we're going to be able to even kill enough monsters to flip over enough of those. So I think we're going to go ahead and get a treasure this time. And when you get a treasure, you can give this away. I don't have to flip up one of your own used powers. Flip up one here. That didn't make sense. Flip up one of your used powers. So now I believe from getting this, no, you can't. I think you can only hand it between people if it's a item. See how that says item right there? This one here says fortune. So I don't believe I can give this to somebody else, which is too bad. So I don't have any used powers, so this is actually useless. And a lot of times you'll see the treasures, particularly in this particular version of the game, Castle Ravenloft, don't help you out at all. A lot of times they do absolutely nothing. So anyway, that was the attack. Now she can move. I'm not totally sure that she wants to. Yeah, because I think she's going to try and disable this trap next time. So I think she's going to stay here, and she's just going to actually explore over here because she can do that because she's a ranger. Yeah. And hopefully this is white. We can get lots of... Oh, man, it's another black one. Jeez, what is going on here, folks? What kind of monster we got on this? It's another skeleton. That's cool. Okay. There we go. Pop another skeleton in there. Use the blue shield skeleton this time. Bam. All right, and because it's black, guess what? It's an encounter, and hopefully it's not... Oh, you know what? Jeez. No, it was on the same tile. That's right, never mind. Choking Fog. This is an attack. Attack each hero on the active hero's tile. So that's good. That's only going to affect Alyssa, but it does 2 damage and miss 1 damage. Wow. So no matter what, it does 1 damage to poor Alyssa. I think I actually forgot. Did that Healing Strike miss? I think that actually did miss. Yeah. Okay. So it's a +6 attack against Alyssa, who has a 15 armor class. Oh my gosh, and it hits her for 2 damage. Woo, that's bad. Alyssa is definitely almost dead here, folks. Look at that, 7. Yeah, 7 hit points damage. 1 more hit, and she's dead. Well, or I shouldn't say so dead, she'll have to use a healing surge. So kind of knocked out, you might say. Well, that was a really, really bad event. Let's see what the... So now we have to actually do these in order. So the trap goes off first. Place a new monster on an unexplored edge that is closest to the alarm mark. Yep, so we're going to put another monster in there. Jeez. Oh, these guys are really bad. This is the Blazing Skeleton. Look at that, 2 damage, and even when it misses, it does 1 damage, and it's a +7 attack. So that's really horrible, folks. Really, really bad. Oh my gosh. Alright, that was the trap. Now the skeleton is within 1 tile. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with a charging slice. An adjacent one. Yeah, so we can make this miss if I really want to. Skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a charging slice. So slice is +9 and does 2 injury. That's really bad. So let's roll +9. Alyssa has a 15. Yeah, oh yeah, so that hits. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make that with my unbalancing parry. I'm going to make the attack miss. Place that monster on a tile within 1 tile of you. So that one gets flipped. Can't use that anymore. Place that tile within 1 tile. Now, this tile is not within 1 tile because when you're counting tiles, you actually have to count sort of like how you would move on the tile. So there's a wall here. This is not within 1. This is within 1, this is, and this is. So I think what I'm going to do is probably put the skeleton here. And that way this tile will be 2 tiles away from that skeleton. But unfortunately, the Blazing Skeleton, this guy right here, so cool, he appears, and if the Blazing Skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, it attacks each hero on the closest hero's tile. Each hero, check that out, folks, on the closest hero's tile with a ball of fire. And that's, yep. So this is a ranged enemy, +7. 2 misses, still 1 damage, so we definitely need a miss here. 7. This cleric cannot help me out right now. Oh, well, I'm probably going to die here, folks. Just letting you know, and it's pretty early in the game, too. So Blazing Skeleton gets a +7 to the attack. Alyssa is at a 15 armor class. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that's an 18. So that actually does 2 points of damage, and that actually kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, or I'll say knocks out Alyssa. So Alyssa has really 9 points of damage on her. So what we do now is we actually knock Alyssa down, just so we know that she's knocked out. All right, we're gonna have to use one of our healing surges here, and that's the end of that activation. And the villain phase, basically. So this fog is over here. So now we're gonna have, I mean, Thorgrim's gonna have to do the same thing. It's gonna just try and destroy this this spider. Actually, see, right now what's interesting is You can't have more, so that she actually has 8 on her. What's interesting is how this works. If Thorgrim can manage to heal Alyssa before the start of her turn, then it actually works. So, in other words, if you start your turn and you don't have any hit points left, then you have to use a healing surge, right? But if before the start of your turn someone comes over and heals you, you can get healed even though you're on your side like that, then you would pop back up, right? So it's interesting. So I have 8 on here, but you have to picture like there's basically 0. We went down from 8 to 0 hit points. So if I can even give her 1 hit point, like with this healing strike, a hero within 1 tile of you, that hero regains 1 hit point. So that would be a really cool thing to happen here. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to do the healing strike. And, then she would only have 1 hit point anyway, but at least we wouldn't have to use we would stave off having to use the healing surge for a little while anyway. So, although this cleric Thorgrim has been missing this spider over and over again. But spider's 15. Thorgrim is not immobilized anymore, so can move into here. Thorgrim's just going to attack with the healing strike plus 8. Come on, it shouldn't be that hard. Spider has a 15. Come on, we need a high roll here to save Alyssa. Yes! All right. Fantastic. So this spider actually dies right now. That's worth 2 experience. And guess what, folks? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 experience here right now. And this was adjacent, so again, the bat swarm didn't matter. Oh, that bat swarm did matter. I keep forgetting that. So what we'll say is, we'll say she moved 1, 2 into here. Yeah, that'll have to be an encounter then. But we'll say he moved, whatever 1, 2, 3 into here, and then attacked, so that now he actually was attacking on the same tile, right? I keep forgetting about the bat swarm. You cannot try to attack things that are not on your same tile. If another environment comes up, by the way, this one will go away. But, yeah, so this spider's dead. Dead little spider. And I think Thorgrim definitely needs a treasure right now, especially something that might heal him. But what we're going to do first off, remember, if this hits, choose 1 hero within 1 tile of you, that hero gains 1 hit point. So actually what happens is Alyssa actually, it'd be like she has 1 hit point left. So it'd be like there's 7 on here. So this is symbolizing that she has 7, she has 1 hit point left. These are her wounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more and she dies. So she's actually going to start flipped back up on her turn. That's an interesting mechanic in this game, actually, I feel like. And kind of a cool one, because it really, it's like, someone coming to your defense at the last minute. Now, I think we're also going to get a treasure instead of another item. So let's see what we got, folks. Bam! Your hero gains 1 hit point. Play this fortune immediately. Okay, that's great. So we're going to take this off. Again, folks, picture these kind of as wounds here. That's how I like to do it. And yeah, so it only has 4 wounds and 4 hit points still. So that was good. All right, now unfortunately, the problem here is that when Thorgrim didn't move to an edge, so can't explore, so we have to get an encounter. Howl of the Wolf. The distant baying of a wolf echoes through the dungeon, causing the monsters around you to shriek in response. Choose 1 monster on any hero's tile. That monster immediately activates. Well, that's extremely bad. On any hero's tile. Oh wait, actually no, that's fantastic. Choose a monster on any hero's tile. So we do not have a monster on our tile. Ha! Take that, Strahd. So actually nothing happens. I was going to say that's bad because I'm thinking this guy's here. So anyway, so that's good. So there's not an extra activation. And Thorgrim also does not have any monsters that he is in control of. So On his villain turn, no monsters activate, so that's great. So now we have the problem with Alyssa. Now Alyssa gets hit one time and she's dead. Now what I'm thinking is, she has a really awesome power here. Attacks on the run. Move your speed. Attack 2 monsters that were adjacent to you during the movement. And her speed is 6. So, let's just see. I gotta remember that she was here. She can move 1. I don't think she could do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she can't. Ah, it's too bad. She can't actually make it. Let's see, this would be 1. So I think what she's going to do is she's going to go 1, 2. Well, actually, you know what that's going to do, though? It's just going to make them both attack Thorgrim. Well, that's better anyway, because Thorgrim definitely, yeah. But they'll both attack Thorgrim. Well, Thorgrim can move on her. Okay, his. So Alyssa is going to make a sneaky move here, and she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And that's the only close place that, well, actually, you know what might be even better? 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, yeah. Oh, that's better, actually. Let's do this. Let's go, we're just going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's see, 1, 2. Hold on one second. You know what? I need to read if actually that's possible, this movement, because you're moving from tile to tile diagonally. Yeah, let me find that out. Yes, I just checked in the rules. There's actually even a chart that shows folks moving diagonally past a corner like this from tile to tile, so you could do that. But it makes sense because I could go from here to here diagonally, and this is tile to tile. I was just curious about this corner right here. Now they said if there was another corner here, you could not squeeze between there, but that's kind of obvious. So I might have her go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, and explore there. I think that's a great idea. Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's her movement, and so that puts these guys actually quite far away. The monsters always, they don't move by square. These are considered squares. They move by tiles. So she is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away from this guy, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. Yeah, so that's good. She's going to try to escape as best as she can. And now she's going to explore, obviously. So, wow, we have so many black tiles. Look at this game, folks, seriously. First of all, oh my gosh, and you know what else? It's a dead end. See how that happened there? Wow, that was bad luck. That's really too bad. Well, it happens sometimes. Anyway, she can go exploring up here next time. But seriously, look at all these tiles, folks. Out of all the tiles we put down, this one doesn't count because that's the start tile. I mean, it looks like every single tile I put down has been... That's true, look at this. This is like unbelievable, folks. Every single tile. No, there's one white tile right here. Actually, that's not true. Out of all the tiles, one white tile. Unbelievable. So, this is actually pretty cool the way this is working out, though. I like the geometry of this right here is actually very cool. The picture of this was maybe like a latrine or something. That's where the bucket was. So we're going to have to put a monster in there. Hopefully not too bad. Oh, geez. Oh, God, this gargoyle is terrible. They're really bad. Oh, geez. Within one tile, it moves the closest here. The good thing about these guys is, and it's really thematic, is if you run away from them, they don't chase you. They just stand there like an actual statue, like a gargoyle. So, well, that's pretty terrible, though. For right now, I think this might be the she's probably going to get KO'd right here. But anyway, there's that gargoyle right there. And we'll use this one. This creepy crawler right here. Look at his eyes. Look how creepy he looks. Ooh, he's on top of some kind of jade box. You know, like just tempting the adventurer to try and get it. So there we go. Put him like that. Look at that. Not even looking at the adventurer, just like a little statue. So now we have to do an encounter. Oh god, this is bad. Strahd attacks. Yep. Yeah, this knocks her out no matter what. Look at that. Attack each hero within 1 tile of the active hero. +6, and it does 3 damage, and a miss is 1 damage. So it's a +6 attack, which isn't that bad, but it's that miss problem. Yeah, so that didn't actually hit, but on a miss, it still does 1 damage. So, yep. So that's really bad. Unfortunately, we stabbed it off for like 1 turn. Yeah, but Alyssa gets knocked out, basically. Bam, put her in that spot right there. So that's bad, actually. Now, yeah, she's knocked out. Now we're gonna, when you're knocked out like that, you still activate all these. So this is gonna be really bad for Thorgrim, really bad. So the trap, first of all, we're gonna figure out what kind of what monster goes there. It's gonna be a ghoul. We saw these guys already. So look at all these monsters. This is insane right here. All right, so we got the ghoul going on. Where's the ghoul? I'll use a green ghoul this time. Did we use a green ghoul last time? Maybe we did. Can't remember. Well, let's use the flesh ghoul this time. And it goes, where does that go? Place a new monster on the unexplored edge that is closest to the alarm marker. So that would be like there. I wonder if I did this wrong last time. Put him too far away. Why did I do that? No, the blazing skeleton's there because it's on the bone pile. That's right, okay. So, trigger the trap during your villain phase. Place a new monster on the unexplored edge that is closest to the alarm marker. Yeah. So, wait, unexplored edge. That's interesting because there's no unexplored. Wait a second. Place a new monster on the unexplored edge that is closest to the alarm marker. There's no unexplored edge. I guess that just means the unexplored edge that's closest to the alarm marker, so that would be this one here. Oh my gosh, I gotta look that up. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong here. Yeah, I don't know. It just says place a new monster on the unexplored edge that is closest to the alarm marker. I don't know. So I guess that's this one because that's the closest unexplored edge. I mean, these are all explored. That was not. So I'm gonna put him here. Doesn't matter. He's just gonna come in and kill him anyway. Quite bad. So that's the alarm. Now we're gonna do the skeleton. If the skeleton is within 1 tile of a hero, it was adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a charging slice. And I have nothing that's blocking or any special thing that I can do about this. So that's really bad. Charging slice is a +9, actually. Wow, a 20. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So this guy moves adjacent here and attacks with the charging slice, and it does 2 damage. So Thorgrim's in really big trouble here. He's got 6 damage on him already. Okay, that's bad. Now we're doing the blazing skeleton, which also does 2 damage. So this is will very likely kill Thorgrim, actually, too. Within 1 tile of it here, yep. Attacks each hero with a ball of fire. +7. Come on, we need low numbers here, folks. Oh, jeez, just my luck, right? That does 2 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So it looks like Thorgrim also gets knocked out. So we're going to have to use our 2 healing surges right now. Boy, that's really bad. Thorgrim knocked out. All right. So the rest of these getting activated doesn't actually do anything. So that was Thorgrim's turn. So now at the beginning of Alyssa's turn, she uses a healing surge, right? So we're only allowed 2, so get rid of that one so we remember. And the surge value is 4, right? So she still has 4 wounds, basically, right? So she was at 0, and she got 4. Yeah. All right. So that's really bad. When she comes up like this, if she had a condition, the condition would actually stay on her. But she doesn't. So yeah, we are going to take off as fast as possible. So I think the best thing to do is just to take off, to be honest. I don't know anything else to do here. I'm getting a little concerned that we're going to run into the workshop now too. And also that this gentleman only moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez, that's bad. That is very bad. But I think we're going to be in okay shape if we try and run as fast as we can. You know, he could do a double run too. Probably would be a good idea. Let's see. Boy, it's too bad that this. Okay, I want to see how many tiles we have down already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. You know what? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, the workshop has to be either. How many do we have down? Hold on 1 second. Is that right? We have put down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's got to be within the next 2 tiles. So the one thing I'm going to do definitely right now, it's the beginning of Alyssa's hero phase, is I'm going to use these experience points because I don't want to run out of turns to be able to do that. So it's 5 experience, and I'm going to flip over. Let's see, what do we have flipped over there? The animal already. So I'm going to flip over the mirror. See what that is. Ah, it's an enraging. Damn it! So we know not to use the mirror. That's bad. That's too bad. Okay. Mirror's useless. So we still have the food and the portrait to check out. That entails. Wow, this is really tough. I told you it's not easy, man. Strahd is no dummy. Strahd knows what he's doing. So okay. I know this is a ridiculous amount of monsters to have down here, but boy, I just don't know. Really hard for. I think we're going to do better with them. Those monsters kind of bringing up the rear and us being able to run through them. So, but right now would not actually be a good idea. It's not a good idea for us right now to meet the this gentleman here either, because we're in pretty bad shape actually. Well, it's only going to get worse, I guess. So we might have to just chance it. We only know what 1 comm is, though. Boy, that is. Oh boy, now I'm wondering if I should go and kill something. Well, jeez, yeah. I don't know. These are bad foes, though, man. That blazing skeleton is pretty terrible, actually. And the ghoul is pretty nasty too, because he immobilizes you. See, if he claws you, he paralyzes you. Which actually, that's pretty cool, because I'm pretty sure, if I remember this correctly, I think the original Dungeons and Dragons role-playing game, ghouls in that game actually paralyzed you when they touched you, or maybe when they bit you, or something like that. I can't remember. So it's kind of cool how they sort of, those old school, you know, Dungeons and Dragons memes kind of percolate through this board game too. It's pretty rad. Anyway, yeah. So you know, I don't think there's just any way we're going to be able to develop, you know, like 10 more. 10 more experience points to be able to flip any of these over. That's the problem. So we might have to just chance it, try and show them what we got, you know, and see. But I don't know. All right, I'm doing it. We're doing this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going there, and yeah, she's gonna explore. See if we come up with the workshop. Nope. Look at this, the fetid den. That's awesome. Not a lot of these tiles, you're probably noticing, have interesting stuff on them. So this one at least has some like creepy, slimy moss or something. And it's white. Look at that. Second one of the game. So that's great. And it's also not a dead end, so that's good. So, but we do have to put a monster. Oh my gosh, it's a wraith. They have 2 hit points, so that's bad. Look at that. And they do 3 damage, and if they miss, they do 1 damage. Wow, that is awful. Look at all these monsters and traps and stuff, folks. I'm not supposed to swing the camera around too much, but that is just messed up. Okay, so we're going to start going this way. Let's see, we want the chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry wraith. Told you my ex-girlfriend painted some of these so that some of them are a little bit more colorful than you might think. We're going to do the pistachio wraith, I think, right here. On the bone broth. All right. Oh, man. This is, I don't know about this. That wraith is a mighty foe. So, see, it's interesting. What happens, put the wraith down. Yeah. So what's happening now is I have to actually activate all of these monsters and that trap too. So it's interesting. Jeez, stars and gators. Look at that. Oh, this is terrible. Okay, so all right, we're gonna do the trap, which brings a monster out, and it's gonna be another spider. Put the spider on the closest, right there. I wonder, actually, you know what? It could be here. I was just thinking that. This is one tile away here. This is one tile away here. But I guess this is kind of the closest edge to that alarm symbol. It seems like it is to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I would say definitely. Okay. I don't know if that's right. Leave me a comment if I'm not actually doing that right. I don't know. So there's the alarm. Now we're going to do the skeleton. Now because Thorgrim is down, they ignore him. Actually. So if the skeleton is, which otherwise the skeleton moves one tile toward the closest hero. So to them, the closest hero is here, right? So the skeleton's actually going to move here, one tile closer to the closest hero. The blazing skeleton moves one tile closer, so that's here. The gargoyle does nothing. I told you if the gargoyle is within one tile, if not, then he just stands there. So it's really cool. The gargoyle basically turns into a statue again, and then if somebody runs close to him, he animates, which is very cool. The ghoul, one tile closest to the hero, and I think the wraith now. So I'm going to do the spider just to get out of the way. Move the spider 2 tiles closer, so that this is how they signify that these are very fast. The way these guys can move. So we're gonna go 1, 2 tiles with this guy, and yeah. Now I'm gonna do the wraith. If the wraith is within one tile of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with a life draining claw. So this is bad. This is very bad. Did it say adjacent? Yeah. Adjacent. Here, adjacent. So now I could put this on this tile adjacent or this tile adjacent, but I'm going to do this tile adjacent so that it's on the same tile as me, so the bat swarm doesn't affect. And the adjacency doesn't matter for this particular monster. So +6 to the attack. Well, that's good. That's fantastic. Whoop, I swung that too fast. So miss does 1 damage, so that means Alyssa gets 1 more wound. So still not doing very well. But that is the end of, thank God, the end of Alyssa's turn. Now Thorgrim, who is going to go, and Thorgrim pops up, gets the healing surge. Well, I shouldn't have put these in his path. That was stupid. Oh my God! No, they're not in the path. Yeah, so it gets 4. It's their surge value. So basically, they have 4 hit points. And here we go. Now, Thorgrim wants to hightail it out of there, big time. So I think he's going to do a double move. The speed is 5, so he'd be able to move 10. And maybe he can even get to, I don't know about that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. All right, adjacent strike. Now, unfortunately, wow, I can only do 1 damage though. Jeez. So that guy's, boy, all these guys are gonna. It's like a parade. Attack one monster within one time. The monster is undead. You deal +1 damage with this attack. Well, that's good. I think we'll do that because the wraith is undead. Notice they have all these really cool. What would you call those? I don't know, buzzwords or something. Labels. That's a vermin. You have a lot of undead in this here, and these are all. The rest of these are undead actually. It's only a +6. So. And it doesn't heal, that's the problem. But we just need to get rid of that guy. So +6 to the attack. There's a 15 armor class. Let's see what's going to happen here. Come on, we need a high roll here. Come on, let's do this. Oops, excuse me, 7. No, that doesn't do it. That's only a 13 on the same tile. Ah, that's terrible. We actually missed the Wraith, and because he did not explore, we have to do an encounter. It's an environment. Good. We get rid of this bat swarm. Jeez. Maybe this is better. Haunted Mist. You catch glimpses of the forces of long-dead adventurers in the mists that fill the crypt. Undead monsters gain a plus... Oh, that is really bad. Undead monsters gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls. Ugh. The Haunted Mist. That is really bad, folks. Alright, well, gotta keep pushing on here. Alyssa. See now for sure, this is going to be the workshop tile. When that workshop tile comes out, this gentleman's going to come out, the flesh golem, and we're not doing very well over here at all, folks. But it is going to take a couple turns for these guys. Even this is the fastest runner right here, and that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, it'll take a couple turns anyway. I've never seen such a parade of creatures, and there's so many creatures coming out because of that alarm that we didn't defuse. So I guess the best thing to do, I guess we should just kind of, well, let me think. Okay, we got to get rid of that. We definitely have to get rid of that Wraith. I think I might do that. I think that's kind of my only chance. I'm going to do this attack on the run. Move your speed and attack 2 monsters we were just doing during a moment. I'm going to remember that I did this one, but I want to be able to see that. 2 damage and misses 1 damage. And we get plus bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters. Okay, so they're both going to be adjacent, basically, when I hit them. So she's going to actually move, so adjacent here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And while she was, running, she's like slicing into these people with a +1 to hit. Haunted Mists only affect monsters. I think that's all I need to worry about. And then every one of these things is going to activate. And also, we're going to need to do a, unfortunately, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to have to do a encounter. So anyway, this person is dead. So no matter what, because it does, even on a miss, it does 1 damage, and the skeletons only can take 1 damage. So this skeleton, yeah, is actually dead. So that's good. And I guess we're going to get one of these. We got the torch. Let's put it up there like that. Portrait, food, animal. We only need 1 more in here. And the reason I'm getting these is because we don't have these flipped over, so probably like each time we're going to have to, I don't know. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very rough. Now, here's a very important roll. Now I got to roll here. This attack is only a +4, right? But if it hits, it will actually kill this Wraith that has a 2 hit points. But the Wraith has a armor class of 15. So this is not easy. I need to roll an 11 or higher here. Come on. This is important, folks. 4? That is horrible. So this Wraith is actually going to attack, and oh man, that's really bad. And it does 3 damage. Jeez. That is... and I used my attacks on the run. What a bummer. That was a good strategy, though, I think, but did not work. Even with my plus, it only came out to 5. Alright. Alright, now this alarm goes off, brings out a monster. Zombie. We haven't seen a zombie before. And you get 1 damage for each monster on the zombie's tile. Wow, do not get hit by a zombie if there's a lot of zombies around. So the zombie goes here. And let's see here. Alright, so that was the alarm. Now is the blazing skeleton. Move these suckers down. The blazing moves 1 tile toward the closest hero, so that would be this way. Thank goodness for this wall right here, folks. Alright. The Gargoyle does nothing. The Ghoul, 1 tile toward the closest hero. So this. And then put them far away here because they just look too scary. Now the Wraith activates. Yeah, so +6 attack on poor Thorgrim. 13. Why are they rolling so good and I'm rolling so horrible? So that's 19. Wow. So, okay. That does 3 injury to Thorgrim. So Thorgrim's almost dead. Remember, folks, we don't have any healing surges left. So if one of these, if either Thorgrim or I die, Alyssa, or I'm sorry, not me. If Alyssa or Thorgrim die, that's the end of the game. We lose. And Thorgrim has to only get hit 1 more time to die. So that's very, very bad. So the spider moves 2 toward the closest hero. Yeah. So the spider's there. It says the spider is adjacent to it now. The spider is within 1 tile now. So the spider moves 2 tiles toward the closest hero. Yeah. Now, not adjacent. Doesn't have to be adjacent. Now the zombie, 1 towards the closest hero would be this one. And then the skeleton? Isn't the skeleton dead? Wait, there's no skeleton, is there? No. I killed the skeleton. That's right, I'm sorry. I did kill the skeleton, but I forgot to put him up here in the dead pile. So, boy, that's too bad. So we're not going to have enough experience or anything like that. Okay, that's the activation of the monsters, and now we need an encounter. Wait, did I do an encounter? No. Oh, geez, I think I did something wrong here. Let's see, I moved there. Oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to do an encounter before I did the monsters. Miss of Terror. Roll a die for each hero. On a 1 to 5, the hero takes 1 damage and is immobilized. Wow. So this is really, this could actually kill Thorgrim. I'm going to just roll for Alyssa right now. On a 1 to 5, the hero takes 1 damage and is immobilized. Oh my god. Do you believe this? I need to throw this die away. Seriously, I rolled a 1 to 5. Well, immobilized, so I mean, this is it, folks. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the end of our heroes here. So we got immobilized right there. And then, alright, Thorgrim has to roll. Thorgrim rolls a 1 to 5. That's it. I rolled another 1! Holy crap! Stars and goiters, are you kidding? Folks, did you see that? I just rolled 2 1s! Wow, that is the worst die ever. Well, a Miss of Terror hit Thorgrim, and that's 8. That actually kills him. Wow, that's really too bad. You know what? It's just a real shame because I wanted to show you guys what happens when the flesh golem comes out, but it's just really too bad. If I would have came here, killed that guy, killed that skeleton, this guy wouldn't have gone there, and then we would have had a much better chance. I feel like that is really a shame, or maybe not, because maybe that that would have came out anyway. Wow. All right, well, I'll have to play it again because now I have to beat the flesh golem. But that was a pretty terrible game. I mean, right as soon as this trap happened, there was just too many monsters. There was just too much going on, and yeah, I really feel like I just rolled really poorly that game. I mean, Drew actually really poorly and also rolled poorly. I mean, you could see, from all of these tiles that we put out, only two of them, and for the most part, for the longest time, only one of them was actually white. So we just got killed. It was like encounter card after encounter card just beating down on top of us. And then we picked some actually really nasty monsters too. Actually, it wasn't like we were picking kobolds and rat swarms all over the place, which are or wolves, which are easier. We were pulling the heavy guys, like the liches and then the spiders that actually like immobilize you and stuff like that. So, and we had some really bad event cards too, or they're called encounter cards.
And boy, I cannot believe how poorly we rolled. I'm gonna roll again just to see if this comes out 1 again, folks. Then something's wrong. So, well, it came out a 7, which isn't that great. I am getting rid of that die, dude. Seriously, I am like, that's it. That is a terrible die. You saw that. I mean, I rolled 2 1s, right? And if I rolled a 1 to 5, that's the bad stuff. And I rolled 2 1s right in a row. Can you imagine? Anyway, I'll play the game again. I'll do another video. This will be part of the SOLO SMACKDOwn series, so that I'll keep playing it until I win it, basically, right? So, but I will say, well, you know what? I'm gonna keep my opinions until I actually beat this game, till the end of it. So, it was awesome. It was really fun playing this game. No matter what, even if you lose, it's super fun. It's just so fun to romp around and kill monsters and try and get there, and you think you're not going to be able to, and then you finally do. Sometimes, not this time. But anyway, I will see you folks in the next game. Bam!